There are mountains we climb and mountains we bow before. Stay tuned because what you're about to learn is beyond your imagination. In the desolate heights of Tibet stands one such mountain, untouched, undisturbed, and deeply sacred. Mount Kailash, a place where gods are believed to walk and humans dare not tread. Mount Kailash is a place full of mysteries. In 2001, the Chinese government witnessed something extraordinary that led them to immediately ban climbing Mount Kailash. But what exactly happened that day? Everyone who attempts to climb it dies within 2 years. And the most astonishing fact, why does time seem to speed up at this mountain, causing aging at twice the normal rate? This is no ordinary mountain. It's a portal of myth, mystery, and spiritual power. Welcome to the Tales of the Unknown. I am Moksha, and on this channel, we explore the darkest corners of our world, the real-life mysteries, unsolved legends, and unexplained events that continue to haunt our history. Get ready to discover the unknown, one chilling story at a time. Today, we journey to a place that has captivated saints, scholars, and seekers for thousands of years. A mountain that watches in silence and keeps its secrets buried in the clouds. Rising 6,638 meters above sea level, Mount Kailash pierces the sky in western Tibet. Mount Everest, the highest peak in the world, has been successfully summited by over 7,000 people, yet no one has managed to conquer Mount Kailash, which is 2,200 meters lower than Everest. Anybody who has dared to climb could never finish it and passed away within 2 years after their attempt. The reason? Wait for it. Aging. We'll talk about this phenomenon in the next segment. In Hinduism, Kailash is said to be the throne of Lord Shiva, the eternal ascetic who meditates at its peak with his consort Parvati. Here, time stops. Creation and destruction exist together. In Tibetan Buddhism, this is the domain of Demchok, a fierce deity who symbolizes the bliss of enlightenment. For Jains, this is Ashtapada, the mountain where their first teacher, Rishabhadev, attained moksha or liberation from rebirth, or commonly known as Nirvana. And in the ancient Bon religion, older than even Tibetan Buddhism, this is the soul of the world, the very center of all spiritual power. How did one mountain come to unite so many paths of belief? How did it become the spiritual axis mundi, the pillar that holds heaven and earth together? The legends surrounding Kailash are as tall as the peak itself. Pilgrims speak of strange phenomena during their trek around the mountain. Hair and nails grow faster, time behaving oddly. Some say walking the Kora, the 52-kilometer path around Kailash, is like entering another dimension. One real account comes from a group of Russian climbers in the early 2000s who reported aging symptoms, grey hair, and fatigue within just a few days of being in the region. Scientists dismissed it, but the locals called it Kailash's time trap. Then there's the shape of the mountain itself, astonishingly symmetrical. It resembles a giant black pyramid, one that aligns with the cardinal directions. A Russian scientific team once claimed it could be a man-made pyramid, older than any known structure on Earth. They believed it was connected to a global network of ancient monuments from the pyramids of Giza to Easter Island. And then there's the legend of Ravana, the mighty king of Lanka, who tried to lift the mountain to impress Lord Shiva. In response, Shiva pressed it down with his toe, pinning Ravana beneath until he realized his folly. In the 1980s, a group of Chinese mountaineers attempted an ascent but reportedly returned midway, visibly shaken. No official records were ever published. According to unverified Tibetan sources, the team experienced visions and hallucinations that forced them to retreat. Locals tell stories of monks who vanished while trying to climb, of glowing orbs seen hovering near the peak. Some say these are guardians, beings not of this world. Even in the age of satellites and sensors, Mount Kailash resists explanation. Compasses go haywire, electronic devices malfunction. Some believe there's a massive magnetic anomaly under the mountain. Others suggest it's something more. If you search for satellite images of the peak, you'll notice something odd. Blurs, inconsistencies, certain areas always obscured. Why? China, which administers the region currently, has imposed strict limits on who can visit. Few researchers are granted access, expeditions are rare, heavily monitored, and no climbing is allowed, not by law, not by custom. Even Reinhold Messner, one of the greatest mountaineers of all time, refused to climb Kailash, saying, "One should not attempt to climb the abode of the gods." It was in 1999 when Russian specialist Ernest Maldyshev and his team took a bold step to uncover the mysteries of Mount Kailash. His expedition team included geologists, physicists, and historians. They met Tibetan lamas and spent several months around the Kailash region to understand its depths. Maldyshev documented his findings in his book, Where Do We Come From?, revealing startling discoveries about Mount Kailash. His team concluded that Mount Kailash is actually a massive man-made pyramid constructed in ancient times. They claimed that this pyramid is surrounded by several smaller pyramids and that the area is a center of supernatural activity. Maldyshev wrote that during the silence of the night, they heard strange whispering sounds from within the mountain. One night, along with two of his companions, he clearly heard stones falling. The sound seemed to be coming from within the mountain. It felt as if people were living inside this pyramid. In 2001, Russian scientists from the Institute of Geopolitics reported that Mount Kailash might be the center of a world energy grid and suggested that the mountain's location corresponds perfectly with other ancient energy sites. They never published detailed findings. One of the most astounding experiences reported in the Kailash region is the accelerated passage of time. Visitors to Mount Kailash noticed that their hair and nails grew much faster than they should. In just 2 days, they grew as much as they typically would in 2 weeks. Moreover, their skin also appeared to age faster than usual. This mysterious phenomenon suggests that time behaves differently in the Mount Kailash area, making people wonder whether some unseen forces are at work here, affecting both the body and the mind. Russian doctor Ernest Maldyshev mentioned a remarkable and mysterious incident in his book. He wrote that a Siberian climber once told him that some mountaineers had managed to reach a certain point on Mount Kailash. But as soon as they did, they suddenly appeared much older. Within a year, those mountaineers died of old age. These experiences add to the unique and mysterious allure of Mount Kailash, making it one of the world's most enigmatic places. Could there be something beneath the mountain? Some believe Shambhala, a hidden kingdom of spiritual masters, lies within. Others say it's the entrance of Agartha, a subterranean world of advanced beings. Now let's talk about the two lakes at the base of Mount Kailash, Mansarovar and Rakshas Tal. These two lakes, situated right next to each other, are completely opposite in nature. Mansarovar Lake, the world's highest freshwater lake, is known for its calm and serene nature. Its circular shape resembles the sun. Despite the high altitude and cold temperatures, the lake never freezes and no waves ever appear on its surface. It gives an extraordinary feeling of peace to anyone who looks at it. On the other hand, Rakshas Tal, located next to Mansarovar, is the world's highest saltwater lake. Its waters are so salty that no life can survive in it. This is always turbulent, as if filled with some internal restlessness. It is said that Rakshas Tal was created by Ravana, a devoted worshipper of Lord Shiva. Before reaching Mount Kailash, Ravana bathed in Rakshas Tal and meditated there. According to mythology, as soon as Ravana submerged in Rakshas Tal, it became filled with demonic powers and his thoughts also turned dark. The question arises, why are these two lakes so different despite being in the same geographical region? While mythology provides fascinating stories behind these lakes, science offers a clearer understanding of their differences. Lake Mansarovar is fed by glacial meltwater and precipitation, which keeps it fresh and maintains its status as a freshwater lake. It has an outlet allowing water to flow out, which helps in maintaining the quality of the water and preventing the accumulation of salts. Rakshas Tal, however, is a saltwater lake because it has no outlet for water to escape. Over time, as water evaporates from the surface, the salts and minerals become concentrated, making the lake extremely saline and inhospitable to life. This lack of drainage is what leads to the high salinity of Rakshas Tal, while Mansarovar's continuous flow of water helps it retain its freshwater properties. Additionally, Rakshas Tal's more rugged and turbulent appearance can be attributed to local wind patterns and its crescent shape, which amplifies the feeling of unrest. Legends or forbidden truths. Unlike Everest, Kailash offers no trophies, no flags, no photo ops. It demands reverence, not conquest. Instead of climbing up, the devout walk around in silence, prayer, and reflection. This sacred path is called the Gora. Completing it once is believed to wash away a lifetime of sins. 13 times, rebirth is no longer necessary. 108 times, enlightenment, instant and complete. But it's no easy journey. Harsh weather, thin air, unpredictable terrain. Yet, year after year, people return, not to see the mountain, but to feel it. In 2004, a British trekker named Andrew Collins documented his journey along the Gora. He reported an overwhelming sense of peace and timelessness, and even mentioned brief auditory hallucinations, echoes of chants he said from somewhere deep inside the mountain. Maybe Kailash isn't meant to be understood. Maybe it stands not as a challenge but as a reminder that there are still places in this world that science cannot explain. Places where the divine still whispers through wind and stone. Would you dare to walk the path around Mount Kailash? Do you believe it holds ancient technology or timeless truths? Let us know in the comments. And if you're drawn to the unknown, if you seek the stories that lie beyond the veil, subscribe to Tales of the Unknown, because some mysteries were never meant to be solved.